Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And help me welcome yet again Miss Michelle Marie of Astrological Tarot. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Marina. Thank you so much for having me on. It's an honor.
It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I look forward to these.
Me too.
Yeah. So what's been happening on your channel? What are you up to? What are you doing?
Oh, I've got lots of shorts coming up for all of the different transits, so definitely check those out. I am setting up a membership for mantra practice because a lot of people have asked me about it. And let me just turn this off real quick. Sorry.
It's all
I just
right.
realized. Okay, there we go. I just heard myself. Yeah, so I'm doing that. I've got some classes set up. I'm not doing anything until I go into Saturn Venus Mahadasha, which is in September. So that way I'll be done with all of my paying off all my karmic debt and things like that. But yeah, doing that, doing readings for people.
Good.
Yeah, it's been going well. How about you?
Pretty much the same thing.
Mhm.
It has been busy, even though it has slowed down a little bit in August, which traditionally it
Yeah,
does
it
anyway,
does. Hmm.
because yeah, that's when people are on holidays and so on and so forth. So, they're paying attention to other things.
Hmm.
But it gives those last minute people who think that if they look and they're going to book a reading and it's like, well, you're looking at October now, all of a sudden it's that space is opened up, and
Hmm.
yeah, you want to book a reading next week, yeah, you can do that. So that it has its advantages.
Yes,
So
it does.
yes, I would, for those that are here that are kind of lurking, that aren't saying anything, hello, welcome. And if you're watching us in replay, welcome. Hope that what we do here is going to resonate with you, and it's going to give you some meaning, and hopefully you'll get some messages through the different readings and so on. More than anything else, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And make sure that you go over to Michelle's channel, Astrological Tarot, as well as Boomer Mill.
Oh, yes, we're going to have that on tomorrow. So we're going to be talking about careers in America. So
Nice.
we got some really good stats, like child labor stats and immigration stats that were really surprising. Like during COVID, the Trump administration brought in a ton of illegals for corporations, like millions and millions.
Yes.
So yeah, so that we thought that was interesting. And then 10 states have now made child labor legal, and three of them dangerous child labor, like putting them in meat packing plants and stuff.
Oh,
So it was
yeah,
really
because
intense, the stuff.
children and sharp objects go together so well.
Well, yeah, and we found out that they did this during COVID because we had the lockdowns. We all were forced to stay home, and the corporations wanted to stay in business, so they basically took in migrant children and put them to work illegally. Like
That
it's
is
really
sad.
evil. Yeah.
Yes, it
So
is. Yes,
yeah, so we're
absolutely.
hoping that the next administration, which is very, very positive, can do something about that because she's running on childcare and things like that.
Yes,
So yeah,
absolutely. Looking forward to great, great things from
yes.
Kamala Harris.
Oh,
And,
and that
and
convention, oh my
oh,
gosh, so many people, so much energy. I mean, the crowd was enormous. They just kept panning in and out. It was just incredible.
I know. Yeah. And
So
the energy was just fabulous.
it
And
was.
oh gosh, you could just literally feel the love for Joe
Hmm.
Biden.
Yep.
It was incredible. I watched the whole thing, and I I kept I'm sitting on the couch and I'm clapping, and my son is looking at me like, "What are you, 3?" Like, "Yes, but you don't understand." But
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was fabulous. Fabulous. So, hello, Becky Stone. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. So, just to let folks know the way that the readings are going to work is donations and super chats get priority when it comes to readings, and all others are going to be at the end and as time permits. So we will try to get to as many of you as we can. Just know that there is sort of an end an end time to it. And as for your donation or super chats, you don't have to be thinking that, big bucks, right? So don't let that deter you from asking a question and whatnot. So now, to kind of get started, yeah, we touched on the energy a little bit. That was fantastic. So what is happening astrologically?
Okay, well, I just made a post on this. Mercury is retrograding through the Cancer Leo Gandanta, so make sure to check that out. That's going to happen tomorrow. And then Mercury is going to fully retrograde back into Cancer by the 23rd, up until September 4th. So that's going to bring a lot of emotional communications our way, a lot of introspection. We're going to may have to go over some of those conversations where things were left unsaid. Yeah. This is encouraging you to basically revisit and resolve past emotional matters. And it may also heighten sensitivity and misunderstanding. So just be very careful with each other as you go about this. There could be enhanced empathy or public sentimentality, which is really good. And to balance these energies, just maintain open and clear communication with each other. Practice active listening. I do this with my husband all the time. Basically, he'll say something and I'll repeat it, and I either got it or I didn't. Yes. So wearing pearl or moonstone can enhance Cancer's nurturing qualities and aid in emotional clarity because the moon is involved. And you can also use this period to just reflect on your feelings and articulate them very thoughtfully to strengthen those relationships. And then on the 23rd, we have Mars in Taurus, and he is going to be aspecting Venus in Leo. And that's a lot of dynamic tension between these two planets. It's going to create kind of a tension between our desires and our stability for the urge to involve ourselves in creative expression, because that's what Venus is all about. So this can energize your passion, your drive for pleasure. It can lead to conflicts in relationships and finances if you're not careful, because Mars is involved. It can spark a lot of innovative and artistic and economic ventures, but it can also cause volatility in these areas because Mars is involved. Wearing diamonds or red coral can enhance Venus or Mars's positive attributes. And just embrace this period to channel your energies into more constructive endeavors. And then Venus is going to go into debilitation. So that's important for anyone with Libra or Taurus placements to look at. So that's going to go until September 18th. So October 24th to September 18th. So that can bring challenges expressing affection and finding pleasure. Individually, we can be feeling a little overly critical toward our relationships than our aesthetics. This is also, we're all starting the school year at this point. So we're all getting back into the groove of things. So this is a great time for meticulous creative work because we're not likely to miss a lot of details. Collectively, this transit leads to a lot of analytical approaches to arts and relations, but it can dampen some spontaneity. We can mitigate these effects by engaging in activities that involve a lot of analytical thinking and creative expression. Like one of the strongest Venusian placements I've seen this is in Gerald's chart, Tarot Stash. And he's one of the most creative, artistic people I know. So if you engage in activities that blend analytical thinking with creative expression, you can like crafting or really detailed artistic projects like, sewing and murals and painting and pottery, anything like that. That's really going to bring out the positive qualities of this transit. If you're feeling a little low, you can wear emerald because that can help out the mercurial energies, which improve the intellect. And just, stay introspective and be creative during that time. And then we have Mars entering Gemini. And Mars in Gemini is really interesting because, and that's going to be until October 20th. So that's August 25th until October 20th. That's going to bring a surge in mental energy and communicative drive. Individually, it's going to sharpen our intellect and our debate skills. It can also lead to impulsiveness in speech and scattered focus. My Mars is in Gemini. I can speak to this. I'm a very fast talker. I tend to do things very quickly, and I have to roll back. So if you're looking into doing anything dynamic during this period. Just make sure that you're not doing anything too impulsive. This is great for team sports, strategic games, physical movement, getting out and having fun with friends. Wearing red coral can strengthen Mars and give you some more positive influence there. It can enhance your assertiveness, and it can also temper aggression. I have a lot of red coral in my collection. So, but yeah, this is a great period to articulate ideas forcefully, thoughtfully. So think before you speak.
Yes.
That's pretty much my main lesson in life, because I have Mars there. So I hope that was helpful, you guys. Oh, and then we have the birthday of Lord Krishna, and that's going to be on August 26th. This is my little Bala Krishna eating ghee. I think he's so cute. So I'm going to have a whole video on that and how you can celebrate. And this is like a little clay pot because he liked to steal butter as a baby. It's very cute. But it's a very joyous, beautiful celebration. And I'll give you guys all a mantra for that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you two. Here's one. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And that's one you can do for Vishnu. That's his higher form. And then this one is for Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Krishna is a form of Vishnu who is in Mahabharata. It's an excellent spiritual text on how to be and live in Kali Yuga. And then he's also in the Ramayana is Rama, which is a really great spiritual text as well. So, yeah, but it's going to be a fun day. So I'm looking forward to that.
Excellent. Yeah, it's always nice to have little celebrations, of the things that come up that you can kind of just get into it, get into the joy of it. And so, yes, speaking of joy, I can't tell you how good yesterday's DNC made me feel. I was sort of half checking in today to see what was going on, and I know that Barack and Michelle Obama were speaking. I guess I'm going to have to catch that later, but it's like, oh, talk about the clear difference between the two conventions. One that was all gloom and doom and Chicken Little, the sky is falling and oh gee, everything is bad, to hey guys, we can do this, let's do this. It was wonderful. And I actually I usually do my my week ahead for the members on Sunday. And on Sunday, I don't know what I was doing, but I totally forgot. So I had to do it yesterday. And it was wonderful to do it in that energy, because the cards were absolutely picking up on the energy and talking about it and confirming that good things are going to happen. Good things are going to come. And just an awful lot of care and attention for everyone out there. So hopefully, I think we've that the number of people that we have in the chat right now is very low, and I think that's because the convention's going on.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, and you had previous shows that you had on too. So yeah, lots of people came.
Yeah. There's folks that are absolutely, they're watching and listening to all the joy and all the good things. So we can get started with. So far, only have the one request, and that's good. We can get to that.
Okay.
And that is from Joyful Journey. Hello, darling. And she says, will I get a job offer in the next few months?
Okay. Well, I did get some good cards for you, Joyful Jen. The main one I got Sagittarius. Okay.
Hmm.
This is ruled by Brihaspati or Jupiter, so you really need to focus in on your goal. Okay. And then I got Jupiter. So that's a yes, but you're going to have to spend a lot of time really, really honing in and focusing on what you want to do. Okay, Jen? So then I went to the tarot to get a little bit more clues. Okay. I got that something might be coming quick because I got the Eight of Wands. There's no time to waste. Whatever you're considering, if you take action now and you do it with clarity and determination, you can be successful. But don't wait too long to put your plans into action, because this powerful energy from the universe won't last forever. Seize the opportunity and and start looking and applying and things like that, if you haven't already. And if you have applied, you might be hearing from them very soon. Okay, so that's a really, really good energy for you. But so I asked a little bit more about what was going on, and I got the Four of Cups reversed. Okay, this is my card for re-examining your goals a little bit. So try to maybe think about what kind of job you want, because you might not be looking at the right type of position for you. And they're saying that some emotional introspection may be needed, some solitude, and just in time and in meditation can help you make a better decision. Be cautious of any instability that arises from constantly questioning yourself and your ideas when it comes to work, and identify where you went astray to make necessary changes, and then stick to your decision. But learn from your mistakes and move forward. I asked what the mistake. I asked what the mistake was, and I did get betrayal. So I don't know if there was someone in or around the office that was, how do I say this, not emotionally mature enough to really keep things on the up and up. Okay, so they're saying to watch out for betrayal. This could come in the form of gossip, backstabbing, saying things behind your back that aren't true, things like that. And that's why I think I got this Four of Cups reversed. You're going to have to re-examine your goals a little bit. So then I asked for a little bit more information, and I got the Wounded Warrior card.
Oh
So they're
my.
asking, yeah, I know. It's telling me a whole story, Jen. So when I pulled this, they said she needs to embrace some discipline when it comes to her communications in the workplace and what she shares with others. So imagine yourself as a soldier following orders, and visualize how you can help stay committed to a challenging task of endurance in the workplace. Okay. By believing you have no choice but to follow through, you increase your likelihood of success. Okay. They're also saying that you do possess a very deep well of inner strength. Okay, Jen, perhaps even greater than you realize. And so if you tap into this strength and you stay very disciplined and focused, because I got that Sagittarian energy on what needs to be done, and you avoid all excessive stuff, especially in the workplace. Steer clear of extremes. Okay.
Yeah.
Excessive behaviors can be negative influences. I mean, everything from, the really bad stuff like drug addiction and things like that to just gossipy yuck stuff. Okay. So, okay, you're being back to that. That's why I got you're
Yep.
being betrayed. Okay. So you're going to increase your likelihood of success by taking a step back and looking for a career that doesn't involve a bunch of, busybody backstabbers. Okay.
Yeah.
I did ask what you needed to do to step into that, and I got the self-love card. So we always try to think highly of the people around us, and we can even give strangers the benefit of the doubt sometimes. But when it comes to self-love, they're saying you're falling a little short. Okay. To love yourself is to accept all of your imperfections and embrace that all-consuming fire of self-doubt. Okay. That's going to help you find that energetic balance and choose the right position for you. Um, they're saying that there's some negative assessment that's going on your subconscious level that might be attracting these types of negative energies. And don't put, all right, don't put others ahead of yourself in the workplace. Okay. Um, Having a whole healthy relationship with yourself is vital before moving into a new direction. And it's only when you find your love for yourself that you can sincerely find and attract the right people that aren't going to stab you at the back at work. Okay. So that's the main thing the guides are saying. They're just like, she can practice. go introspect a little bit, practice some self-love, and reevaluate where you want to work before jumping into another position. Otherwise, you're going to attract that energy again. Hope that was helpful, Jen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Strange, but I concur with that. I know. You're, yeah, right now I got the 9 of Swords. Right now you're kind of you're worried about the situation at work. You're trying to find a resolution to it. And I would say to you, maybe the resolution is that there is no resolution, that these people, some of these people are just the way that they are. And there's not a whole lot that you're going to be able to sort of imprint on them that is going to make them change their mind. So you can't change them, but you can change how you perceive the situation. And one of the ways is not to get yourself involved in that, in the office politics. You can choose not to play. You know, they can come to your desk and, oh my God, I can't believe what so-and-so just said. It doesn't require a reply from you. It doesn't require engagement from you. You can just kind of look at the person and smile and go, oh, you know, and yeah, when they realize that you're not going to be part of it, they're going to back away. And as soon as they back away, then it makes it a little easier for you. I also got the 4 of Swords, which is, yes, like Michelle said, take a little bit of time to kind of go inwards, be a little reflective. Look at what it is that you want. Look at what is important to you and where you want to be. Imagine your perfect job. Write it down. Write the, you know, what the company culture is and whatnot, and examine it and know that you're, you know, sometimes we kind of have to get to that. And this was at the bottom of the deck, the tower. Sometimes we have to get to that tower moment where we say, okay, I'm not taking this anymore, before we're ready to move on to something better. So, you know, if things get a little tense at work and people start to leave, that could be a good thing. So, you know, just because there might be a tower moment coming, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It means that, you know, when there's the tower is kind of like the ending, like the death card. It's the ending of something so that something new can begin, and it is coming in, you know, sort of in abundance for you. Right now, what it feels like from the deck of character, I got the bulldozer card, and that's kind of what I think you're feeling, is that you're being bulldozed. You're being pushed in a direction that is not comfortable for you. And that is one of the main reasons that you're thinking about getting out of there. That could be a very good reason, right? Is, yeah, sometimes we outlive the people that we have in our lives. And I mean, you know, we grow past needing them in our lives, and that is very well where you could be. Ultimately, I get the Star card, so you know this works out really well for you. If you can imagine the kind of job that you want, be open to different possibilities. Look at your experience in terms of how it can translate into other jobs, into other positions, right? What skills do you have that work for you in your current position that you can transfer into a new position? And so when you're looking at either the want ads or want ads, listen to me, yeah, as if anybody does that. But when you go online and you're doing the search, you know, don't kind of knock something off the list and say, oh, well, I don't have experience in that, because your experience is transferable, right? It's not there's a lot of things that you can do with the experience that you have. I also got imagination. This is from the Well We Have Forgotten deck. Imagination. Use your imagination. Don't think that something is beyond your capability. Don't think that something is out of reach for you. Use your imagination and go for it, because you are being supported by your ancestors. They are there, and they're, you know, that they're kind of saying, you can do this, you can do this. So absolutely. I hope that that resonated with you. I think all in all, that's, you know, pretty darn good. So,
And I love that you got the star. The star is always after the tower. It's like that. That's what I tell people. Even if they're in
yes,
a tower moment, there's always hope at the end of that. So
yes, exactly. And yeah, great hope. So hello, Chris Queen, and hello, Marby Gangora. And yeah, Chris Queen says, I'll be watching the speeches later. Uh-huh. I get you. I absolutely get you. Hello, artist Liz. Nice
hi,
to see
Liz.
you here.
Good to see you.
So yeah, I think everyone is going to be well, if they're not watching the speeches now, they soon will be. They'll be watching it. I know I will be in later on. So how about if we because really we haven't had any other questions. There aren't too many of us in here, and I totally appreciate that. So maybe we can read on kind of the upcoming energy for the collective, and just see what that might bring in.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and artist Liz, Chris, you got a question? Pop it in there.
I pull cards for the next person, but we'll see.
Okay.
It's an interesting story that I'm getting.
Ah, very good. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
guys, yeah, you got a question? Pop it in there, because Michelle's already pulled cards. Chris Queen, there you
Is Jamie Raskin okay? A little hesitant in his speech. Love him, but worry about him. I don't know who Jamie Raskin is, but I can tell you what my cards say, Chris. I got Uranus and Mars. Those aren't the best combination. They're both malefics. Uranus is like getting the tower card, and Mars is like the warrior. So he or she, I don't know who Jamie Raskin is. I apologize. I don't watch the news. I get my news from Marina and Allie. I'm serious. I get it from the coffee clash. I get it from the Golden Girls. That's what I get my news from. So, because I'm working during the day.
He's one of the. I think he's a senator.
It's a okay. It's a guy.
Democratic senator.
Okay.
Not sure.
So I got Tower Moment. I got Mars, and so he's got a bit of a fight in front of him, whatever that looks like. Now, is this the guy that went through chemo, or is that
Yes.
someone else? Okay, I think that's what they just showed me. I'm like, oh, that guy, got it. So he's undergoing a battle. They said cancer battle, and I was like, oh, it's that guy. All right, great. I did get that there might be some wasting of his potential a little bit right now. He has incredible potential, but it's not really benefiting him or using it to best to his advantage right now. He needs to be more proactive when it comes to his health, is what I'm getting, because one of them just said that, like, there's some stuff going on. Okay. People follow him, they respect and admire him because he doesn't push their buttons. And
Yes.
he behaves in a manner but doesn't diminish the gifts bestowed upon him by the universe. So that's good. But he definitely needs to watch for a narcissistic or manipulative people around him. I know that he's dealing with that in Congress, and they're going to hinder him rather than help him. So the stress of work is negatively affecting his physical constitution, and he needs to take a break and take out some time for self-love and self-care. I also get that it's negatively affecting his mental health, because I got the Ace of Swords. Now, I don't know what kind of cancer he had, but they're telling me that he did go through some kind of chemotherapy, and that's going to affect your mental acuity, and it can lead to brain fogging and things like that. My husband went through it, so chemo brain is not easy. He is determined, however, to triumph over falsehoods and challenge ignorance despite this. But he needs to kind of tone down his energy because he's still recovering. Okay. There's some negative thoughts going on because of the people in and around of his environment. He's unsure about expressing himself because of that, and that's due to fear of reception, and he feels it's best to remain silent most of the time because of the negative influences that I see around him. There is one thing that he's blindly following that he needs to look for. He needs to look into a little bit more because of the retrograde and Mercury Gandanta. Blindly following a plan or a goal or a person is never wise, is that's what they're saying about him. It's healthy to have doubts and question those you admire, but don't succumb to forceful persuasion without critically evaluating the intentions behind it. That's the only main block I see, that in his health. And I also got the self-love card for him too. So he just needs to take out time for rest, time for self-care, and not let the negativity like get in. And that's why you're seeing some of that energy coming off of him. Again, I don't know who this is. They're just kind of showing me what's going on with him physiologically and mentally. So I hope that was helpful, sweetie.
Yeah, absolutely. And I started off with the Ace of Swords. That
There you go.
Yeah, he's tackling things that and he's tackling them again rather than tackling them for the first time.
I got the reversed Ace of Swords for the people around him. So he's trying to like use his mental good health around these horrible people. But yeah,
yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And I also got the Five of Swords, which is, kind of the someone trying to get away with something. So yes, there are people around him that are trying to steer him in a direction that he instinctively he knows that that's not where he wants to go, and they're presenting it to him like he has no options. So this could very well be, on the medical side of things, that they're telling him one thing when he's kind of determined it's going to be something else. I also get Justice, right? That he's going to figure out, and if he hasn't already, what's going on and what's going to work for him. And you know how sometimes, that a doctor will tell you the medical end of things, what you need to do, A, B, C, and D. And no one knows your body the way that you do. And so you could say, yeah, well, A and B, okay, C, definitely not. I'm not doing that. That's not going to work for me. Ultimately, I get the Six of Wands, the victory. This is something that he is going to overcome. Think of it as just he might be going through a little bit of a setback, like a medical setback at the moment, but he's going to triumph over it. And from what we have forgotten, the card that I got was Power Place. He knows himself. He knows where his power is. He knows how his body operates and what it's going to do. So when I saw this card, what I heard was stay in your lane. Like, right? Just, yeah, you can offer advice, you can offer all kinds of different things, but stay in your lane. I got this. So, all righty. Let me put the cards away. And thank you, Artist Liz. That was very nice of you. And hello, Louise Boat. Nice to see you. Fran Hiltz. Hello. Okay. Oh, Marby Gangora says, today is my daughter's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your daughter. I hope that she is going to have a fantastic year ahead. And I think that, well, let's pull a card for her daughter. Want to do that?
Sure.
Yeah. And just what is next year going to, what is the next year going to be like for her daughter? Okay. All right.
Okay, well, I got some good cards for your daughter. The first one I got was duality. So she's going to be dealing a lot with that's what this plane is it's black and white. It's it's light and shadow. That's the way that this place is made, and we're all dealing with duality. So there's good and evil, there's yes and no, there's up and down, there's want and don't want. So she's going to be making a lot of decisions over the next year, and these are examples of just dualistic thinking. So what if they're going to try to ban some of those thoughts from her mind for the day so that she's not going back and forth so much? And what else, guys? She's going to start seeing bad situations with a little less drama when they're done with her, because she's going to see the lessons in them. That's what they're showing me.
Yeah.
Less attachment to situations, which is good. We need that. That's called vairagya in yoga. And it's going to help her keep her vibration higher. So she's going to level up, which is awesome. I'm doing this as well. I just went through Sati Sati, and I'm having to look at suffering in a whole different light now. And it sounds like she's going to have to go through something a little bit like that. Given enough time, most bad situations do work out in the end. And they're going to work with her on being a little more drama-free. She's going to spend a lot, because she's spending a lot of her time right now wasting her time on a situation that is not worth her time or energy. Okay, they're asking her to kind of move away from that situation, and they're going to help her do that by seeing that the duality is not necessarily bad, and that there is there's a reason behind it. Once she does that, she's going to go through an emotional release. She's a very strong soul. All of us want to be strong, and as humans, we really value our strength and independence. But as humans, we also need the support of our family, our friends, and our tribe. So if she calls you crying or needs a little help, just pick up the phone, give her the love. Okay. She's been trying really hard to be strong in this situation, and she's been pushing down emotions like fear and anger and betrayal and sadness, and that's forcing them to grow stronger. And the bubbling up and release that will come, it's going to take her a little bit by surprise, and it's going to affect some of the people in and around her. And she might say some things and voice her feelings inappropriately, but just be prepared for that, because she's been pushing this basketball down at the bottom of the pool for a long time. That's the end. That's the image they just gave me. So she's going to have to acknowledge a lot of these things to herself and really do a lot of introspection as she goes through this embarkment on seeing duality in a different way. So I encourage her to journal, create, dance, and find a way that she can safely feel her most feared emotions, because that's the stuff that comes out during duality. It's a kind of a shadow work thing. Feel them and then let them go, release them. And this is going to bring a lot of deep potential healing for her. But yeah, that's some great energy for your daughter, and I'm excited for that. Just be there for her if she's struggling. Okay, sweetie. I hope that was helpful.
Absolutely. I get the Page of Cups. So yeah, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of things that she's telling herself that deals that she's almost making with herself, right? If this happens, this is how I'm going to feel, or looking at things sometimes from an overly attached space, rather than looking at it as an observer. Okay. Ultimately, she's the Queen of Coins. She's the Queen of Pentacles. She knows what she wants. She has a very good sense of where her strengths and whatnot lie. It's just sometimes she kind of doubts herself, and if she has a little bit of that negative self-talk, when you catch her in it, just tell her to stop. That was then, this is now. It's different. And I got adventure from the What We Have Forgotten. So have fun. It's like, don't take things too seriously. Life is going to do that for us anyway. But let her know that this coming year could be a year of adventure. Things that are going to come up where she's going to have opportunities to try things that maybe she hasn't tried before. And don't be too quick to say no. Maybe find reasons to say yes. So, but let her know that we wish her a very, very happy birthday. So, all righty. Where are we? Oops. take care of that. Ah, James MD says, who will win the 41st Congressional District in California, my former district?
Well, I don't know who's running, but you're not going to like the result because I got the Six of Wands reversed. Yeah. I'm guessing it's a Republican because I got the Queen of Cups reversed, and that tells me usually that they lack empathy. So I don't know who's running. They're saying Ken. I don't know who Ken is, but that's what they just said, like Barbie and Ken. This is the person who absorbs other people's negativity and profits off of it, which is what a lot of Republicans do. So you're going to have to build a stronger emotional shield to protect yourself from those who are going to take advantage of your compassionate nature as constituents. Okay. This is someone who's enabling the wrong people. Okay. They don't have a lot of empathy. They like playing the victim. Okay. And they avoid taking responsibility for their actions, and they don't address the problems of their district. I'm not getting good vibes from the person who wins. So if you need to talk things out, I would go to a professional therapist to kind of help you with that. I did get that they do not have the best intentions for their constituency, and they tend to be a little impulsive. Okay. It's a very masculine, impulsive, derisive mental energy that I'm getting. And they don't have the best intentions for the country because I got the Tower. Okay. So I don't know who is in your district, but that is kind of
Calvert.
Calvin.
Ken Calvert.
Ken. Oh, Ken. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. All right. Now, is he a Republican or a Democrat? But I'm getting that it's not a great guy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who these people. I'm just like reading blind today, guys. So I apologize for that. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting.
Perfect.
I got that Gemini and Taurus, these are the two areas that you're going to have to protect yourself in. Taurus is money, finances, you're securing your base, making sure that this person doesn't raise taxes on everybody else except for the rich. And Gemini, making sure that you're communicating your vision as a constituency and making sure that you're well heard, making those phone calls, sending those letters, holding this person accountable because they're unaccountable. That's the energy I'm getting just from their aura, and it's not great. So I wish I had better cards for you, but I'm getting that person's currently in the lead. Currently.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So as we always say, when it comes to, doing political reads, we can pick up on the energy right now at this moment.
Yeah.
The same question an hour from now could bring out different cards, and it could have a different energy because everyone has free will, right? So there's lots of things. But at this particular moment, I get the Six of Coins, the Six of Pentacles, and then the Five of Pentacles right after that. So, this is someone who's looking to line their own pockets. Oh, he's a Republican, a big grifter for 30 years. Yeah,
okay. That's the energy I was picking up on. Just like that, but that's the Six of Pentacles. He's like stealing from the
Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's taking from one to give to the other, and ultimately, the mind you, the Five of Coins too is he could find himself out of a job. Hold on, I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Four of Cups. So it is entirely possible that okay. And underneath that, sorry, I got the Hierophant. Okay. He could very well find himself in a position where he is having to defend his position, and maybe he just doesn't have the finances behind him to be able to carry on. So right now, maybe people are looking at what he's done financially and where he's profited, and kind of where his intentions are, and he could very well find himself not winning that race, or if he does, at least having to answer for the money. Where'd the money go? Follow the money. So yeah, that's what I'm getting, James. So it's kind of a yes, no. The answer to your question is a yes, no. So there. I hope that was helpful. Okay. And artist Liz says, I started to meditate. Good for you. Self Reiki, visualizing myself healing, and I'm tackling one issue at a time. Do you see if I will be a lot healthier next year? Well,
If you don't rush things.
yes.
If you rush things, no. If you go with the flow and you take on one thing at a time, I'm reading a book called Concentration and Meditation right now by Swami Sivananda. And I realized that when I wake up in the morning, I have a million thoughts in my head and I'm trying to get it down to one.
Yes.
So they're showing that there's a lot going on in your headspace and it's coming quick and you could make the possible bad decisions. I did get Pisces, which tells me you're on the right track. Pisces is the best sign to have when you're working on personal, and this is our way out of here. You know, this is the
Yeah.
end of the wheel. That's right over here. You see, we've got Aries is where we start, Pisces is where we end. So that means you're on your way out. Okay. And we all want to be here. Unfortunately, Rahu, he's the North Node. He represents the demon in our life. He's sitting in Pisces right now. So I feel that he's blocking you. This will dissipate in the spring, but it's going to require you to maybe do a little bit of shadow work. So I asked what areas that they're having you do some shadow work. Okay, Liz? They want you to pay a little more attention to your finances and avoid haughty people that are a little snobby. Okay. I'm not picking up on these tendencies in yourself, but it's important to look out for people who judge people based on their material possessions and their financial success, and instead of appreciating them for who they really are, because you still do attract this person. They're saying there was someone in your past that maybe influenced this a little bit. And socializing is really important, but remember that there is a world beyond, the parties and the social circles that holds a lot greater value. So in yoga, we call this satsang, which is called keeping good company. So your current need for privacy can make you emotionally distant and insensitive because you have been around individuals like this, but don't let the desire to protect your privacy lead to coldness and aloofness when you step out. And be careful to not wrongly assume others, okay, it's possible they just envy you is what they're saying. So just stay connected, stay empathetic as you kind of go through this shadow work regarding, they're saying materialism and the way that people view it, okay? I did get that a lot of messages are coming to you very quickly, and that's why I said don't be impulsive. Really, really consider all of your options before moving forward. And if you get messages, make sure to filter them before sharing them with others, and keep a journal because that can help you filter out some of the things. The reason I say that is because I asked what the big block was, and I got the reversed high priestess. Now, this is not that you can still develop your psychic abilities, so don't take this as a bad thing, okay? It just says that uncertainty and procrastination might be looming a little bit in these areas. There could be a period of confusion, some haziness. This is very common when we go through our shadow work. They kind of turn us upside down before they turn us right side up so that we learn where our weaknesses are. So if you're receiving a lot of mixed messages from the universe because they give me that Eight of Wands energy, you're relying too heavily on your intuitive faculties, but you're struggling to interpret them accurately. So don't rely solely on prayer and intuition because it can make you complacent. Avoiding practical and sensible approaches to circumstances is what they want you to do. That's why I got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So find a balance between the mystery and the reality, because they're saying that right now it feels a little impossible. So you're learning to blend the material and the spiritual realms a little more seamlessly, and those are the two blocks that they're going to show you. So they also warn that keeping too many secrets can work against you, especially if you're hiding the truth from yourself. So be really, really real with yourself and what you're dealing with as you go through the shadow work. And don't complicate or overcomplicate your life unnecessarily. Keep things real, keep things very straightforward, and keep things practical. Don't use this as a tool for escapism. Use it as a tool for practical, grounded reality and making your life better. And that will be the best methodology for you moving forward. So they are sending you messages. There's a lot of mixed ones. You're going to have to discern which ones are best for you and which ones aren't. And know that there are still some voices in there that need to be rooted out because they're getting in the way of your guides and your best interests. And you can do that through shadow work. Okay, I hope that was helpful, sweetie. And we've all gone through it. Okay, so
Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I started off with the Seven of Cups. This is not only about different choices, but it's also about illusion and delusion. So,
Mhm.
don't allow yourself to fall into thinking that something is exactly the way that you perceive that it is. Right? There are different ways to look at something. So you might be doing everything that you think you're doing right, and maybe you don't see the results as quickly as you'd like to. So then you kind of get a little tough on yourself and say, well, why am I doing all this? Don't give in to the illusion that you're not making progress, because you are making progress. It's just a matter of, you may not be making progress in the area that you're focusing on right now, but you're making progress in other areas that, with the passage of time, you're going to be able to look back and go, oh, okay, I get it. Right. So I also got the world. Things are going to, they're going to look a lot better. They're going to be a lot more positive when you kind of stop worrying too much. The Nine of Swords, the and the what I'm getting from that is, as you make progress, don't judge your progress against anybody else's. This is something that you're doing for yourself. So if there is any kind of a setback, don't throw your hands up in the air and say, see, it doesn't matter what I do, it's not going to work out. Just change that mindset and say, no, I can do this. Absolutely. This is just a bump in the road. That's all it is. It's a little hiccup. And then carry on with it. So don't give in to that the worry and that the kind of negative self-talk. What you are doing right now is I also got the Death card, where you are taking steps to put an end to things that no longer serve you. And that is a good thing. You can see things from not from different perspectives, given different choices, and so on. So yeah, get rid of the people that aren't serving you, and tell yourself that, yeah, this is your journey, and you're going to make it. From the what we have forgotten, I got divine order. So divine order says everything happens in its own good time. This is a time for you to carry water, chop wood, right? Just keep doing what you're doing. Know that that you are helping yourself in ways that you may not always see the benefit of at the moment. Just keep at it. Just keep at it. You will get it. Yeah. And yeah, trying to release anger, etc. Yes, mixed messages. Yeah. Totally understand that, Liz. Absolutely. Yeah.
And that is our, yeah, she says, I'm working on not overthinking, Marina. It's been a
Yeah.
battle. I'm working through it. I worry a lot. I stop worrying so much. So true. Walking away from toxic people and things. Yes. That's part of the journey of the high priestess. Yes. So you're on the right track, but yes, that's part of it. My therapist literally called it the thinning.
Yes.
So
yeah, totally. And that's it. It is hard work, but it is worth it. Definitely worth it. Yeah. When you're able to look back and go, hey, alrighty then. Yeah. Don't, and like Michelle said, don't isolate yourself. Try to, try to socialize as much as you can, and just know that, yeah, not everybody out there is going to be out to get you, and not everyone out there is going to be your new best friend as soon as you meet them, right? Use your discernment, use that high priestess energy, and go with your first gut feeling. So hope that is helpful.
And isolating often is also very common when you first get started, Liz. So
Yes,
that's not abnormal.
absolutely. Okay. And let me see, I'll take that out. And
Hi,
Spooky
Sylvia.
Cool Podcast. Hello, Spooky. Thank you for that donation. That's very kind of you. General reading, please. Smelled myrrh burning in my room today. Phantom feeling spiritual.
Ooh. I pulled cards for Fran, so I'm going to go ahead and pull different cards for Spooky Cool.
Okay. Well, all right. We can, if you want, we can do Fran.
Oh, it's totally up to you. Your show. I can do it real quick if you want.
Yes. Okay. Let Spooky.
While you're pulling
next. Let's do Fran, and then
Okay.
Spooky, you are next. And
yes,
Fran wanted to know, will Trump be sentenced? Yes, Hangman.
delays. There's going to be delays. Unfortunately, I got the Hanged Man. So this is the card of delays. They're going to change their viewpoint. There's going to be suspension, waiting, delays, hang-ups. This is my card for delays, and it was the first one that came out. So try to what you desire will come true in due time. Just be patient. It's natural to feel a level of restlessness when we're going through this, especially with everything that's at stake. But by trusting the current situation, it will be an indefinite advantage to you. Okay, so just take time to reflect and gradually introduce more excitement into your routine, and things will get a little bit better. But there will be delays. Be strong as you're waiting, because I did get the strength card. This is whenever I get sick and I'm like, am I going to get a card? You're stronger than you think. Okay. This is all about devotion, loyalty, instinct. It's a brave heart. It's allegiance. It's endurance. So love and courage will triumph. So don't worry about that. I got great cards for the election, but it will take time to bring this down, because it's been going on for a long time. So if you embrace a lot of bravery, a lot of perseverance, you can endure the fear that this election's causing, and just stay loyal to your higher ideals and trust your instincts and really rely on spirit to get us through all of this. Okay. I did get the Eight of Swords reversed. This is indecision is going to lead to problems in this case. And this is because there's a lot of negative and emotionally toxic people in and around the environment. We all know who they are, and it led to improper and foolish decision making. So we're going to be frustrated by the lack of action that people are taking place, because we can see what needs to happen. We can see what needs to occur, but not everybody has that vision. So embrace they're saying a Zen-like approach, and open your mind to what the universe has in store for the future, and don't let this setback creep in. The answer will come. They will be held accountable. So just slow down and remember that this phase will pass. So yes, there will be delays, but the hammer will come down. I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, I too got the Strength card, and then I got the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles. This is, wish fulfillment. And then I got the Four of Wands. And I thought, okay, I'm not going to go any further. It's celebration. So, with the Strength card, maybe this is, just don't give up. Even if there is a delay, it's not going to be a long delay. And in the end, justice will prevail. So, we've got the two yes cards, the Strength card. Yeah, I think it will prevail in the end. Okay, Fran, I hope that's helpful. Okay, so now we can go to Spooky. Who would like general reading, please? Yeah, smelt myrrh burning in my room today. Phantom, feeling spiritual. Absolutely. Yeah. Hello, Sylvia. Nice to see you. Okay.
Okay, so I did get some interesting cards for this one. The first thing I got was Saturn in Libra, which means that the Saturn is actually exalted in Libra. This is a really good position for him. This is where he is in our chart, Marina. And it tells me that you have made really, really good decisions regarding doing the right thing in life, meaning your karma is good. Because when Saturn is in Libra, that means that, you know, you've done good by the servants, the disabled, and the elderly in past births. Okay, so I was like, all right, so what's going on here? Oh, and by the way, just to let you know, you might want to come on the show tomorrow because I'm doing the Tarot Apothecary with Eileen Halverson, and we are going to be discussing how scents relate to each of the tarot cards, and we will be addressing myrrh. So, and I'm actually going to use your methodology, Marina. We're going to put hashtag aroma for the questions. I got that from your, I think it was Sweet and Sour readings with Gerald.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was brilliant. So we're going to be doing that.
Perfect.
But I asked what the smell of myrrh was from your guides, and I got that they're helping you focus. Okay, the Ace of Swords is all about focusing, but this card does wield a double-edged sword because it represents both attack and defense. So the overall influence is very positive, but be cautious of spreading yourself too thin with too many ideas and goals as you step into your spirituality. Try to take a step back and focus it in on a particular area, hone it in order to achieve success and channel your energy into a singular point of focus. This tells me that you might be in a point or a phase where you have found a methodology that works a little bit better for you. It was astrology for me, and then it was tarot. I tried a lot of different methodologies before I found my niche. So by honing your concentration, you're going to unlock a lot of profound insights and ideas. So they're kind of like drudging up those gems for you. Now they're telling that you will be determined to triumph over falsehoods, challenges, and ignorance. You're going to be able to see them coming. You're going to stand up for deeply held principles, and those things will leave a mark. And they're saying that just clear away the old stagnant aspects to make room for new growth. And only then can you imagine these very specific, unique plans and strategies that are going to come to fruition for you. This is very detailed. It's the razor's edge. There's not a lot of room for distraction with this card. So present your ideas moving forward with spirit, with clarity and precision. Think from a very mental headspace and cut to the chase and avoid being forceful as you do this. And it's important to stand up for your beliefs without imposing them on others, because you're going to be very, very strong in your beliefs as you move forward. I asked what overall myrrh represented and, you know, what it could kind of help you out with. And I got the Queen of Pentacles. This is a really, really good card to get. This is all about staying grounded. It's about maintaining your, how do I say this, appropriate boundaries with others without giving up your values. It's patronage, it's influence, it's profit, basically. So the one of your guys just said gratitude is the best attitude. Okay, so the main focus is safeguarding your good fortune and the well-being of those who are important to you. So if you haven't already, they're saying if you could become a patron of the arts, you can attend social events that can provide valuable connections and opportunities for profit. And you can be open to the possibility of encountering a wealthy or an influential individual, because myrrh's not cheap. Okay, so embrace this good fortune and enjoy its benefits. That's some great energy. I asked why you were being given all of these messages through scent, and I got this so that you can see through the drama. I got the Tower reversed. This is drama at its best. None of us like getting this card, but when it's reversed, it means that you might be able to see what may be coming based on what's going on here. Now, I think is it called Claire? I know I don't have Claire. Is it clairsentience? No, the one where they can smell. I've had this a couple of times with like cologne and stuff.
It might be. Yeah, I'm not good with my clairs.
Yeah. So, yeah, me neither apparently. But yeah, so the Tower is basically saying, look, don't let panic take over. Don't act out of fear or desperation in times of crisis. When it comes to sudden upheavals, reality can often surprise us. So they're having you take a new path and throwing you off balance a little bit. So don't freeze like a deer in the headlights. Act swiftly and avoid any detrimental consequences when this comes. Okay. Turbulence is coming. It's crucial not to make any impulsive decisions driven by fear or desperation. They're saying that again. And embrace change without using it as an escape from the chaos. Preserve what's working for you. So they are sending you warnings too. And you might be able to share these things with others. And that's why I think I got the Queen of Pentacles, because that's all about Muladhara energy. That's your root energy. That's what keeps you safe, stable, and secure. So take a much needed break from those outdated rules, structures, and habits that no longer serve a purpose in your life, because crisis brings a lot of liberation, and it's going to propel you to take necessary action and embark on a new start. So you've got a lot of energy coming your way. And I think that's why the guides are giving you all kinds of clairs to tap into them and get advice and direction. But they're mainly working on your Muladhara energy, which is going to help you stay more stable and help you see incoming events. You can kind of see or sense the drama before it arrives.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I love that you're smelling that. That's fantastic.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. Okay, so I laid down 5 tarot cards, and 4 of them are major arcana. So I'm going to tell you what they are first, and then I'm going to tell you the energy that I got from these. I got the Death card. I got the Tower card, the 7 of Swords, the Hermit, and Justice. And when I looked at them, I thought, like, holy Hannah, where do I start? And then it kind of came to me. Yes, I agree with Michelle that your guides are getting you ready so that you can pick up on that thief in the night. You can pick up on that liar. You can pick up on that person who means harm from a mile away. And they are removing some of the barriers that you've had up until now. And I think that you've kind of have a sense of being able to weed out the nasty, and you haven't always given into that. You're kind of looking at it and thinking, oh, you know what, maybe I'm just being too negative. Maybe I'm just being too stubborn about this, that, or the other. No, you're not. Your job is to look after the frail, the weak, those unable to speak for themselves. Your job is to look out for them, to speak up for them, and you do that through a little bit of introspection, so that you get to know what it is that the guides are signaling to you. And yeah, they are warning you about they're giving you a heads up about tower moments, or moments that are going to provide great change, and they're allowing you to sense those things before they happen. So even though just looking at the cards might get the impression that, oh, this isn't good, I think the first impression that I got, I'm going to go with, and that is they are setting you up so that you can see the thief. You can see the bad person approaching before they even get close to you, and you're going to be able to to kind of put up your boundaries, your barriers, whatnot, but you're going to be able to identify them even before they realize that that you've identified them. So I hope I hope that that resonates with you, but I don't see these as bad cards. I really do see them as very positive. So I hope that that is, where are you? Come on. There we go. Okay. And our last question, and thank you for staying with us, you guys. And our last question is from Judy. And Judy, can you let us know if you're still here, or have you already pulled cards for Judy?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we'll go with that. So, had a dream I saw Archangel Michael with two angels outside hospital window. I told the nurses, but they ignored me. A month later, my son was admitted to hospital. Was this a warning for me?
Okay. Well, the first thing I got Scorpio, I got the 12th house, and I got the 10th house. Okay. So a Scorpio is all about chronic illness, transformation, rebirth, things like that. The 12th house is hospitalizations and things like that. So I got those two kind of transformation through medical stuff. And then I got the 10th house. This could be a career for you. Okay. If you really are seeing angels and getting this stuff done, which it sounds like, that's what it's looking like, that's where they're headed toward. But there is a little bit of a block there. Okay. When you're under a lot of stress, one of your guides said that you think more with your heart than your head. You're more emotional than you are logical. Okay. So I got the 7 of Cups reversed. Okay. This is all about clarity, but it's also an escapism card. Okay. Escapism can become a very strong desire, and it makes it very difficult to focus on reality. Everything can feel like a chore. So when it comes to matters of the heart, you can feel yourself drawn to unwise and unsustainable, actions, thoughts, relationships, things like that. Although you wholeheartedly do care about the outcome, people are not going to reciprocate or believe you. And they're saying that this is also the nurses a little bit too. So illusions are going to hinder your progress toward happiness, and it's crucial to differentiate between embracing fantasy and living in a fantasy world. So stay attentive to the truth of your situation and avoid making significant changes at this time. The reason I say that is the next card that I got was the Knight of Swords, but he came up reversed. Okay. This is all about kind of holding your tongue and keeping your visions to yourself, because not everybody in your environment is going to understand them. And that was what the nurses were teaching you. That was spirit literally saying to you, don't share what you think unless asked, because you could disturb the spiritual or mental equilibrium of others. A lot of empaths and spiritualists, we come across this. Like we see something or we sense something, and we'll say it to like someone in the grocery store or at the bank or whatever, and it's not taken well because that was not a good message for them at that time in their life. Even though you can feel it, you got to hold back. So avoid controversy is what they're saying. Whether you're the clever, kind of outspoken person in this situation, just kind of consider your words before blurting them out and risking regret, because not everybody likes to be read or is ready to accept the spirit the way that others are. Okay. So they're kind of warning you against that. It will not be received well, because I got the 4 of Wands reversed. So yes, honey, you are a psychic, but you're not coming across in the best or the most appropriate of ways when you're out in public, is what they were showing me, because you made the nurses a little uncomfortable. Again, you were telling the truth and you were seeing what you were seeing, but it was not well received. Okay, that was the main thing that they were trying to show you. So I get all this energy, and I said, well, can you just give me the overall energy of this person and what she's carrying around with her? I got the Knight of Cups. This is a very empathic card. This is a master of the emotions. Okay. So when you listen to both your head and your heart and you marry those two parts of yourself, you're able to come out a lot more balanced. So now is the moment to view your life as, what up, guys? They're saying, don't suppress your emotions, but don't automatically readily share them with others. You need to hold your tongue. That's what they're saying. You are a wonderful partner. You're a counselor. You're a friend. Don't be intimidated by being seen as a leader and people that are in the community and see what you you have to offer and come to you for advice. Um, and if you have a lot of honest emotions coming out that have recently surfaced, make sure to be careful who you share them with. Okay. That's going to help you better utilize your talents and your gifts moving forward. When you do that, I got a really good card. Okay. And this tells me that you are, in fact, a psychic. I got this about 10 years ago when I got a tarot reading, and they said you need to be basically doing this professionally. Okay. I got the High Priestess. Okay. So part of being a high priestess is knowing when to, and you have the answers, but not everybody's ready for them. So when you feel inspired, you can be an inspiration to others, and that's really exciting and really bright and really fun. But the presence of this card suggests that even though that you're awake and open to all these countless and beautiful miracles that connect us all through spirit, because you're able to kind of see through the body and the pranic sheaths, you need to treat the wisdom with a little bit more mystery. They're saying you can trust it over logic and common sense because your inner voice does hold the answers, but other people aren't going to receive it. You're not at a place where people are going to aptly receive it. So, kind of keep those extraordinary little mysteries to yourself for now. And I think you'll be able to better navigate this new gift that you're stepping into. And I hope that was helpful, sweetie.
Absolutely. I know that that's one of the lessons that I had to learn, and my sister schooled me on that when my mediumship skills started to come in, and whatever I got, I felt like I had to share. And yeah, I think that, Judy, that's probably where you're feeling now, is that you get the message, and you want to share that message. So I do agree with Michelle that you can take stock of the information that you're getting with the Seven of Coins. You can also make sure that you spend a little bit of time with the Four of Cups, knowing what to say and what not to say, choosing the information that you're going to share or the information that you're going to keep to yourself for the time being. If the person wants to know, they are going to ask you. And that's part of that, the High Priestess. Is the High Priestess will never lie to you, but she will not volunteer information either. You have to ask the right question, and she will always tell you the truth. So this is kind of part and parcel of that you may be able to pick up on the visions or the feelings or the information that you're getting. It's just a matter of knowing when to share or how to share that information. And I think right now your impulse is to just come out with it. Right? When you hear someone is going through a situation, whatever, and you want to step in and say, well, what I'm getting is you should do this. So you need to kind of approach things with a little bit of the Knight of Swords energy, in terms of being honest, but waiting to be asked. Don't go. And the other card that I got too was the Devil. Don't run in there. Don't kind of like a bull in a china cabinet, where you just go in and you just want to share everything because you're excited that you have this information. That's just it. There is an excitement inside of you that you need to know this. And maybe the person does. But I do agree that they may not be ready to hear that. Not at that point. They may be at some at some future date. But for the moment, it has to be their decision whether or not they hear it. So, you could let them know that I'm an intuitive. If you ever wanted more information, please reach out to me. But don't be over exuberant in sharing what you know just yet. Wait to be asked. Wait to be asked. So that's what I've got for you, Judy. I think this is congratulations on the journey. I think you're going to enjoy this. And I just want to say I'm going to take a read. Healing energy and blessings. This is from Thomas. I was not scared to undergo my first surgery. Just perfect. Exactly, Thomas. Yeah, just go with what the doctors tell you to do. This is your time to sit back and to relax. So don't push yourself. There you go. Excellent. Perfect. Yeah. Go ahead.
I've got Jupiter in the 5th house for you, Thomas. So focus on having fun, tap into that inner child, focus on that inner joy, and that I got the Empress for you. That's a great card for your healing.
Excellent. Excellent. Perfect. Sending you lots and lots of healing energy, Thomas. And this feels good. I think that your recovery is going to be a little quicker than you anticipate, a little quicker than even the doctors anticipated. So yeah, good for you. Yeah. And yeah, he's out of commission on the channel until doctor says. Perfect. Well, you're going to be in our thoughts and prayers anyway. So there you go.
Yep. I got the reverse High Priestess and reverse Ten of Cups for where you are now. And I got the Fool and the Queen of Wands moving forward. So those are good cards to move forward. So I kind of have an idea of who this is.
Yeah. You know what? Look, I got the Fool.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
This and I got the World. So yeah, this is going to be the beginning of a new world for you. I think this is going to change a lot of things for you, and in a very, very positive way. So yeah, just give into that energy. And if you've got someone there who is willing to take care of you, and I know you do, let her do it. Let her do it. Oh, perfect. All righty. Well, Michelle, thank you so much. As always, it's been wonderful. I really enjoy doing the readings with you. And for those of you that joined us, thank you for being here. And thank you for allowing us to read for you as well. So anyway, Michelle, we're going to do this again 2 weeks from tonight. And we'll see how things go at that time. And for those of you that are here, don't forget to please like, share, and subscribe. Look at the membership. Take a look at that. Make sure that you go over to Michelle's channel and do the like, share, and subscribe on there. And if you're interested in booking Vedic astrology reading with her, do not hesitate. Please don't hesitate. Everyone who has had one has just been blown away by the information that they received. So you're more than welcome. My pleasure. My pleasure. All right, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye.